Today first we will see one more topic which is pending before going to the web services. So that is intents. First we concentrate on intent, then we can go on to that web services. So let me create one project. So while loading this project, we'll discuss about the intent. So I'm creating explicit intent. So while loading this, we will see this what is that intent and how that can be like this intent is main and important because that is also one of the component of Android, and using that we can do many things here. So first of all, intent. Intent. So intent is a major concept here because there are a lot of dependencies out there. So this is one of the component of Android. So using this, what are the actions we will do, that we will see here. First, moving from one page to other page. Moving from one to other. So one to other page. Like I want to move from one page to other page. This is the first action. So next year, we can pass the data between pages. Pass the data between pages. So here normally we won't use the term page in our technically, just our understandable I'm telling, but here you can use the word called activity. Activity is nothing but it's a single page. So pass the data between activities. Next, start service. This is the background process, like download something, whatever the background activities, so that we can do here this. Next, invoke system components. Invoke system component. This is one of the major, but like I want to start camera, I want to open browser, I want to call, I want to send SMS. So these kind of all should be under this invoke system components. So intent can do these two things, but here there are two types of intent. One is an explicit, other is the implicit. So there are two types of intents. So explicit can do first three things and implicit can do this last one. Right here. So for almost for all, the syntax is little bit similar. So let me write that syntax here. So where intent, here we can write intent. So here context. First is a context. Then after that, context to target class. So which class we supposed to move the target class? Here we should write target class. So this is the intent. Right. Then after here, we need to write start activity of whatever the declaration that should come here. Right. So this is the syntax here. So that we will implement now in our programmatically, we will see. Here we used to learn a lot of things. One is the how we are moving page to page and how to handle the front and back pages. And next, activity lifecycle, one activity, how that lifecycle will be, and also service, the background process, right? That service lifecycle also we understand a lot of things here, right? So for this
intent only for activity level, not the fragment.
Yes, activity level means
okay.
From the fragment to activity also we can move, but activity to fragment we cannot move using intent. That is a different one. That we will see later.
Okay.
So now here, this is Simple, I'll change this as linear layout. And here, giving the orientation, vertical. So for our understandable, here I'll put this BR in home page. We are in home page, like that I'll write. So next, I'll take one button here. Match parent, wrap content, ID, BT1. And we'll add the text. Move to second. Just I'll add like this, move to second. And we'll give some margin. Right. So this is our regular activity only, nothing new. Done. So here also we will add the Gradle dependency. Data binding enable equal to true. The here I'll add var activity main binding so binding column. So we'll handle nullify conditions, right? Binding equal to data binding equal dot. Done. Here we'll add. Right. So next binding dot BT1 dot set on click. So set on click listed. So till this, everything has saved what we written previously. Nothing will new here. But just we can import this. I think still it is not loaded. So activity main binding spelling wise correct. Activity binding. Done. So now here I'm writing the intent code. So this var, so var intent equal to intent of, so intent of context. So that is context means already we know this iterate main activity. So from here now I want to move to the second page. Second. So here dot colon class dot Java. So here we should write like this because here with whenever we are dealing with this Kotlin, like even one class in Kotlin, other class is in Java also. This program will execute as it is, and also it is not fully removed Java. That's the reason. So still this extension is taking as a Java format of here. So that's the reason we are writing the titles. Otherwise, if we write in Java, simply I'll write this second dot class. That's it. But here it is expecting something here in this. Right. So with this name, just I copied this name. So here now right click here we used to create activity, but before create activity, we used to see few things here. First, in a layout, there are one XML here, we have one here in manifest file. As of now, we not yet touched this manifest, but now right now here it is a 26 lines of code. Here it is, right? Now I'm creating here one new activity. Right click there, activity, see empty views activity. So the empty views activity I replaced here like this. So click on finish. See now the activity he's creating means one XML and one Kotlin created. And if you go here, if you go here, so it is created as this. Here, 29 lines, 30 lines of code, it is executed. This like means each and every activity must you need to declare here within this. Right. Let me run this. We will see that. Right here. So each and every activity must, it should register here in a manifest, but only one activity has the launcher. So this is the launcher, means this will launch first when the application is open. So that is a primary activity, that is a launcher. Then remaining all are the other activities as a default exported as a false. So this is exported as a true because that should be the launcher activity. So can I put this launcher activity for 2? Yes, you can, but this will be creating the problem. That means app can install 2 times. We will see now how that will happen here. We will see that also. Like once it is launched, that also I'll show you. If it is taking time, I will connect the visor. So after this, what we will do is we will move from second to third. Then we'll see how when I back from third page to second to first, how that is managing, that we will see. Let him install this. We are almost done. It is launching. So move to second. So we went to that particular page, right? So now see, just here, if I open here, right? So explicit ex indent here, right? Now I want to add this indent filter to this particular activity. Even we can copy till this right here. We will paste here, and whenever we added this, you need to change this as a true. Right. Now what happens, we will see here. I'm running here, so that can be installed 2 times. But that is not a suggestible thing. See, directly to open second page. See here, there are 2. This is for first page, right? So this is for second page, like this. It will open 2 things. So that's the reason it's not a suggestible. So it should always only one launcher should be for one, right? That is here now. So now what is my intention? Like I want to move from second page to third page. So what I'll do is, whatever the button is there here, this copy and I'll paste in second.xml. So the second.xml right now nothing here. So I pasted here second.xml. So here we will write here ERA second page, and here I'll change this as a BT2, right? So this instead of main activity, here we should change as a second. Right. So second I changed that. Now here in a second, here I used to write now. So here I want to add data binding. Here see. Now one thing will change here while binding. As of now, everywhere we are writing the binding is activity main binding. But here it will change. Why? Because what is your XML name? Activity second, right? So it will activity second binding. So second binding. So activity second binding, we will write like this, right? Here we used to write, so that is activity second one, means whatever the XML name, always it should be created. That is the one change here, right? Here data binding util dot, this is comma. Right. After this here now, I'll write this. This is also comma. Done. So we used to write. Now here we will write the listener. So that is binding dot bt2 dot c here. If I'm writing here, what happened here? bt2 dot set on click listener. Okay, set on click listener. I'll write the set on click listener. Set on click. This is last time when I explained difference between data binding and regular, I explained like this, right? So let us say I want to write on a regular basis, like that is where bt column button. I declare like this. Then bt equal to find view by id. So find view by id. See here, while I'm writing here, this is r.id.c. Both are showing here, bt1 and bt2. So what happens here? Unfortunately, I in both activities, I have given bt1 only. I mean, sorry, both XMLs. So sometimes when you front and back something is happened, that time maybe it will conflict. If it is conflict, instead of searching here, it will execute that functionality so that maybe the mismatches will happen. That is the reason this data binding has play main role for to avoid the null pointer exceptions. Right. So now here I'm writing the var intent equal to, so intent so here the context, what the context will come here now, second context should come as a second here, this at the rate second, because second extends as a activity. So from here now I want to move to the third, right? Third colon class dot java, like this, right? So start activity of intent, that's it, done. Right, now with this name here we will create one new activity, so that I'm creating here with empty views activity with the name of third, right? So I'm creating the one activity that is the name has the third, right? So what happens now we will see here. When I create a third activity, so the third activity related one XML and one Kotlin file has generated, and that can be registered in manifest file as well. See, third also registered here. Means whatever the activities we create in our application, that must registered with the here. So that is registered here, right? So now this is clear, right? Now I'm running this application. So we will see now in a third activity, like we move from first to second and second to third, that we will see first. So once it is built, we will see how it is moving from this page to that page. And after that, we will concentrate on back functionality. So how that we are coming from second to first, sorry, third to second, second to first, how, like maybe I want to skip some activity, or from third to first I want to navigate. So how that functionalities will work, that we will see now here. See, now I'm moving to second. This is the second. Okay, this we not changed, but here we changed. See, we are in second activity. So now here I'm clicking this. So we are in third. Now I'm pressing back here. So we came back as the second, then first, then once I click, it is closed like this. So when I'm how I'm going front, I'm coming back similar. But I don't want to come back from the third to second. I want to skip the second activity, then I back to this. So that we can handle in a two ways. So that depends on a situation. We will handle that in a two different scenarios. So first scenario here, I'm putting simply here finish. Simply I'm writing here finish. So when I write the finish, what happened now? If I won't write any finish, normally this activity should be weighted background in a application. So it will be weighted in a background normal in application, right? That's the reason. Just I am writing that finish. Finish means that will be destroyed in a background. It won't wait in a background. It will be destroyed. So whenever it is destroyed, what happens here? So that won't be in a background. Like what is the waiting activity? So it goes to directly that particular activity. So that is one way. The other way is we manually write the code which activity you want to move when you press back button on a system. So that also we will write after installation of this. We will see this function, then we will write that. See here now. Move to second, right, move to third. Now I'm pressing back button here. So it came to home page, first page. Means that particular page is not waiting in a background. So this is first step, right? I'll write next to scenario. After that, which one we use in our real scenario, I'll explain. So in a third, here I'll write one method called onBackPressed. So onBackPressed method. So here now I'll write the var intent equal to intent. So intent. So here will be, so this at the rate third, then here. So what we need to write here? So first means main activity, right? Main activity colon class dot java, right? I want to move here. Then here start activity of intent. Done. So this intent will import this. Done. Intent is done. Now I'm running. We will see here now. So first one, when log, so once I log in into application, then I press back button. The first one should be, means once you log in, either it should ask logout or the application should close. So that is the first case we will use. So this is also like see here, third. So we are in the third now. I'm pressing back. So it is coming to the first page only. Right. So this is like here what happens. In the contacts, I want to edit a contact. So from the contact list, when I click and go back to that contact save, that time the activity should wait in the background. So that is time I won't use finish. But when I want to log in into application, once I log in after that back, so that time it should not go to the login page again. So that is the reason I use the finish button. So these two scenarios we will use. Right. Now I want to pass some data between this activity. So how can I pass the data? So here I'll take to edit text here. So from the edit text data, I want to transfer to the next activity. So simple, that is very simple. So that is here match parent, wrap content. So here I'll give ID. So that is TV1. So at the rate less ID TV1. Right. So to edit text data, I want to pass here. Now, here I want to pass the data. So here var, sorry, not var, intent dot, whatever declaration dot put string. So here we are writing the put string. So we are transferring the data here. So we are putting the string here. Put string. So put string. So here we can have the multiple put string here, key comma value. So like this we will write key comma value. Happen here put. Sorry, put extra. Put extra. We used to write this key comma value. So like this, you can pass multiple. For your understandable, I'm keeping like this. So next here we have two values, right? So first one, let us say key. Second one is the key one. I'll define the keys. Here where we can get this data. So that is binding dot. So I want to get that data binding dot. So TV1, right? TV1 dot text. So whatever the text I'm getting, so that I'm converting into the string. So that I'm converting into the string, right? So say here I'll write, and here I'll add that here TV2, right? So now this data only I can access within this application. So within this application only I can access that.
So why we need keys?
So next you will get the clarity. See here.
Okay.
I'm sending data here, right? So I want to access this data here in next class, where it is we are into moving to second. Here I want to get the data through intent. So I need a reference, right? That reference will come here where see that get data equal to. So this is the get intent. So get intent, get and set here it is common. So directly I'll write this intent, right? Now we will write here. I'm writing the var s1 equal to get data dot. So get data dot get string extra. So I'm getting the string extra. Here we used to write that particular key. With reference of that key, I'm getting the data here. That's the reason key is required. To access the data in our next level, the key is important here, like key and key one. So this key is also, it's a case sensitive. So you should write this is a case sensitive. So we will write here the data we are getting here or not, we will write here. So this at the rate second, so comma here. Now we will write S1 plus S2. The next is the toast dot length long. So finally dot show. Done. So same data, like I want to access in a next level. So to access that data in our next level, so in a second, also I'm writing the same. So like here instead of these two things, I'll write here directly S1 plus S2. S1 plus S2. So this is the S1 plus S2. I'll write. So then that put extra. So here we will write the key, comma, like this, right? So again, I want to get this data in a third. So here we will write, we will copy this and including this. So here I'm getting the data here within this. So this will write the third. So complete data we will get with a single key here. Right. So that is the third. Done. Now I'm running this, we will see here. I think today, okay, maybe that account expired, so that's the reason. Link has changed, I think. Same link it is changed. Okay, we'll see in this 1 minute. We will see. The next class I'll activate that.
Okay.
So maybe in case if it will close before launching this, we will see this output in next class. We'll continue from there.